Water bath canning is super fun, but I've definitely made some mistakes along the road of learning. The first thing that I really regret is trying recipes in bulk quantities that I weren't sure I would like. Some of that would be pickle recipes, especially. Pickles are actually really hard to get perfect. More times than not, I've had soggy pickles, and that's a bummer when you have 20 or 30 jars of these soggy pickles that you have no use for. Sometimes I try to get creative. I'll whip them into relish, but most of the time they end up being composted because they're just unpalatable. So if you're trying a new recipe, start small. Another big mistake I made was one year there was a shortage on peaches. My family loved peaches and it was about my third year canning. Instead of doing peaches, I found some apricots and I ended up buying 2 bushel because they were such a good deal. Well, canned apricots taste like prune juice. They're not that palating. And so I still have jars of apricots, if anybody's interested, that my family has not consumed 10 years later. The last mistake I made the first time I canned was that I didn't realize that hard water is a thing. It is, surprise. And if you have well water, you live in the country, or it's untreated, typically the water is hard, which means there's minerals in it. They're harmless, but it makes a big mess if you don't add vinegar to your canning bath. What happens if you don't add any vinegar to your water when you're canning? And I'm talking about the water bath, not inside the jars. So the outside water bath, as it's boiling around the jars, creates this mineral film that binds to the glass because the glass is smooth. That film is so hard to get off once it's been canned. I scrub it with Dawn dish soap and some vinegar, but it takes a few minutes a jar to get them clean. Otherwise, they're just not pretty. So to save myself that time and trouble, I just splash some vinegar into my water as I'm preparing my water bath or pressure canning, and voila, they come out clean every time.